Working at the car wash, yeah.
I guess am I to introduce him?
Oh, I thought we were going with that. I was
Hey guys,
hey, what's up?
This is the Nerd Cave Podcast, episode 170-84.
That's totally a number.
It is. In the year 8080 in the past.
This is what happens when Derek's not on.
Is it 183, 184?
I thought it was 184.
I think it is 184.
I can always do a little
Yeah,
quick.
it's 184 because last week was 180. Like the week we were on was 182. Last
And then
week would have been
Derek-
183. This week is episode 184.
Not from the distant future of
one of your hosts.
2088.
8088.
8088.
I am one of your hosts, Zach Dykes.
And I am one of your other hosts, as in Robbie Rawls.
Derek is dead.
I thought he was driving Miss Daisy.
That too. He's also in Wanted.
He's a zombie driving Miss Daisy.
Also that knows how to curve bullets.
He can curve.
He's actually Morgan Freeman.
We put a lot of makeup on him and make him look like Derek, but he's
Yeah.
really Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, he
You
is.
can't tell in that sexy voice.
No, you can't. If you don't know, guys, each week we bring you this awesome podcast. It comes out on Mondays for all of our Patreon supporters. So if you want to go over to patreon.com/nerdcave, you can find it and you can get it earlier than anybody else.
Word.
That's how you do it. You
Early bird special.
like an old person to the buffet. But this
That's
is
actually where Derek's at right now.
yes, but this is nerdy news, so you need it now. You don't need it Friday with the other people. You need it right now. So go over to patreon.com/nerdcave and get it early, and you also get an exclusive bonus podcast every month. And there's a ton of other tiers that you can be getting on that. Get on that thing.
Jump on it.
Yeah. Or you can go over to youtube.com/nerdcave network and you can see this podcast doled out. We just like crumbs to pigeons.
Dish it out once, one section a day up until Friday, and then we release the floodgates of Babylon upon you.
Yes, the Kraken. So, guys, you can go check that out there. If you want it segment by segment, you can check it out throughout the week. And
My Kraken sounds like a TIE fighter.
that's not healthy, my friend. Not healthy at all. So, not a ton going on this week.
Not really.
Not a ton. Except a few things.
A few things.
And that's called the news.
Are we talking about President-elect?
Yeah, we can get into that right off.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we can do it. We can. We're not. Let's go ahead and set some ground rules here before we
Yes.
get into it. We're not going to talk about our political beliefs here. We're not going
No.
to talk about either of the candidates. Let's talk about what the crap is going on like social media.
I know you've seen a few of the things that I've posted. I've posted nothing but like my brothers making fun of me, calling me a princess because I'm just trying to be like. I know not one person can change the world, but I'm hoping to change at least one person from, because I've seen a lot of people just spewing hate because Trump is now president, or president-elect. He will become president, but just hating on him. And yeah, I know Trump has said and done things that's not great, but he almost won the popular vote, and he did win the electoral vote. So he's your president. You live in America. The hashtag not my president doesn't really work because guess what? He is. And, no, this is not the outcome that people wanted, but it's the outcome we have. So we got to deal with it. There's no reason that you should be,
Protesting, destroying property, that kind of thing. The just blind hate that is going on. It's starting to somewhat calm down overall, but it's people that are a little bit younger than us that are just going absolutely crazy, that are kind of like that college age right now, that they're the liberal side of things majority of the time, and it's just kind of crazy of what everything is going on, and it's definitely not the right way to approach this because what's happened has happened.
Yeah, we're not going to change that.
We're living with it now, and that's not going to change.
They're saying, waiting for your maybe if we keep protesting, he'll get impeached.
No, he has to legally do something.
Yeah,
like illegally do something.
Like they can't be like, well, Trump, these guys don't want you to be president, so got to get on out of here.
You know,
they can't do that.
Yeah, and look at frickin' Bill Clinton. You know what I mean? Like, he did stuff that he could have been impeached for, and he didn't even get impeached. So it's stuff like that it just doesn't make any sense. I saw a lot of people doing like the World Series, like, well, we don't like that the Cubs won the World Series, so Cubs are going to have to split the World Series victory with the Indians, you know, and it's just things like that. People need to learn in this day and age. Like, I think it's the participation trophy. I see
that thrown around so much.
It's that kind of mentality that we've grown this whole another like generation up in. They're like, oh, you participated, here's a trophy. And that's what's happening. It's this blowback of things that they don't know how to lose, you know, in a dignified way.
Yeah.
It's, oh, I'm going to cry until mommy gives me that lollipop or whatever. The blind hate. That's where I don't care if your candidate lost. I don't care if you don't agree with whoever is picked or anything, because, you know, it is what it is at this point. It's when you go and you start attacking people. That's when I'm just like, this has to stop.
Yeah, and you've seen most of the posts that I've put. I got called a racist bigot.
How are you a racist bigot?
I don't know. All I've pretty much said is, you know, talking about, you know, coming together, quit with all the hate, but yet I'm a bigot.
Yeah. Well, I even talked to my students this week. I was like, guys, it doesn't matter who is president. I was like, they will never know your name. They will never know what you want to be in life, and they will never care about you. I was like, they've got bigger things to focus on. So they will never walk into this room, and they will never know you. I was like, so the thing that you have to do as a person is you have to be the best person that you possibly can be.
Yep.
And the people that you affect in your life right now are your friends, your family, and the community that you're involved in. If you affect it in a positive way, then you are doing the right thing. If you're affecting it in the wrong way, the negative way, then you're doing something wrong, and you need to check yourself.
Yeah.
And that's all we can do. And, you know, Gandhi even said, be the change that you want to be in the world.
Exactly.
That you want to see in the world. And that's what people are missing right now. They're being a very negative change.
Yeah.
They're breeding this hate. And we've had so many unnecessary violence, so much of that's happened this past year and the last 2 or 3 years that could have been fixed or changed if people would have had a better impact. They've had a negative impact on our society now
instead of a positive.
And that's just crazy to me.
I saw someone post, it was talking about the destruction and everything, and they're like, well, if we didn't have destructions in the Boston Tea Party or at the Berlin Wall or a few other things that were heavily protested with the destruction, she's like, change would have never been brought. Well, I was like, yeah, I guess that kind of worked then, but you know, they were hurting the government when they were doing that. When you're destroying, you know, people's businesses and stuff like that, you're not
hurting the government.
The government's like, well, it sucks for those people. You're hurting those people who have, because I don't know if a lot of the people who have posted that kind of stuff knows how hard it is to start your own business and how much money it involves to start your own business. It's not cheap, and especially renting out a place or buying a place, and you just burnt it down, and their premiums for insurance shoot up because they're having to pay. The insurance are paying for them to fix it, so they're
having to pay back it and everything. It's just ridiculous what is going on right now. It kind of hurts my soul to see what's going on, and people are so focused on things that we cannot change that we're losing sight of the things that we can change. And that's the biggest problem. That's where we're going to have a turn for the worse if people don't start opening their eyes, getting the scales out of their eyes, and actually paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter who's sitting at. We've had horrible presidents in the past,
I'm not a crook.
But we've always come through it as a nation.
Yeah, we have.
And the only reason why we've come through that is by the individual people that have done it. You look at the greatest generation during World War II. If those people would have not come together during World War II, we probably wouldn't speak English right now.
No.
And that's what people like. It took the whole United States, not just the people that voted for Trump, not just the people that voted for Hillary or a third party. It took everybody in the United States of America to defeat an evil. And right now, the evil is the hatred and just the closed-mindedness that is going on both sides of things.
Yeah, I mean, and you're right, because it's not just the Hillarys or the Gary Johnson people who voted for them. I mean, Trump people are also like, I've read and saw videos about kids at school picking on minorities because Trump's the president. You can't do that. But I've also seen an older man get pulled out of his car
and get
beat up. Yeah. They're like, you voted for Trump. You voted for Trump, and you can't do that either.
No.
We are all people. I don't care if you're black, white, Asian. I don't care anything about that. You're a person. And the only time that I am going to physically hurt you is if I'm defending myself from you. I can be hot-headed a lot of times, but I'm the kind of person who wants to, be your friend. Like I want to know you. And right now, you're seeing a side of people that you don't want to see. And like you said, that this is not going to change, or nothing good is going to come out of this unless we all kind of just meet somewhere in the middle and be like, well, this is what it is. This is how it is. We're just going to have to deal with it and move on, because you can't change that right now. There's no way he's going to get impeached, or there's no way that Hillary's going to get in.
Yeah, it's not going to change. What's happened has happened. And that's how it's going to be. And I think one thing, I don't know who's watching the video right now. I just want you to know there is a place and time when freedom of speech stops, okay? People think freedom of speech is they can say whatever heinous crap they want to say, but that's not how freedom of speech works. Freedom of speech is you're able to voice your opinion, you're able to discuss your opinion, but when you start forcing your opinion onto others and you're making people feel inferior, or you're making people feel like they don't belong somewhere, that is infringing on their rights. So your freedom of speech stops there. So make sure anytime you post on social media, post something positive. Post a picture. If you don't have anything good to say and you're about to post about freaking politics when you're not a politician, post a picture of Batman or Superman or Marvel or whatever. Post something positive on there. If somebody paid for your Starbucks drink, post that instead of, oh, well, the barista got my drink order wrong. Don't focus on the negative, focus on the positive.
Be the change that you want to be in your area.
Yes. So there you go.
We're off of that.
And now, here we go. News. There's a lot of news.
There's
a lot of news. But first, we're going to, guys, we're going to give something away. This is to anybody, okay? You can get this right here. This is the Deus Ex Mankind Divided PlayStation 4 Collector's Edition. It has a statue, it's got the game, it's got downloadable content, all of that in there, and it also comes with a cloth poster, and it's all free. This is not even going to cost you anything. All you got to do is go to the Gleam link that is in the description right now, click it, log in, follow the instructions. The more entries you put, the better chance that you have at winning that awesome thing. And thank you, Derek Daniel, for donating that so we can give it away to our awesome watchers.
What's really cool is you can use a lot of the stuff to decorate your man cave or your lady cave, whatever you have.
Your lady cave.
But if you don't have a PlayStation, you can trade in the game I'm sure for the.
I have no idea. I'm not gonna.
Well, I'm sure that they will work with you. You can either get store credit to go get the Xbox game, or you could trade the game in itself for credit to buy something else. So I mean, there's different things that you can do with it. Like, I mean, you're going to have a net gain no matter what. So
yeah, exactly.
Go for it.
So definitely go do that. The more entries you have, the better chance you have of winning. And yeah, it'll be yours. Only got about 6 or 5 days left on that.
5 or 6 days left.
5, 6 or 5.
6 or 5.
6 or 5. So moving on to the news. We're finally into the news. We've been teasing it. We're
a little bit of a tease, you know.
Now, neither one of us have watched this movie yet. Doctor Strange is still king of the box office this weekend. Along with Doctor Strange, we also had, where's that at?
It's on there somewhere.
Yes, it is. Doctor Strange had the strongest second weekend in domestic theaters, placing first at the box office yet again, earning $43 million. Second week. That's pretty freaking good. Yeah. Eclipse opening weekends of Thor, Captain America, the First Avenger, and Ant-Man has currently earned a grand total of $153 million in North America. Meanwhile, Paramount's critically acclaimed sci-fi film Arrival debuted in third just behind Trolls, which held strong in second at 35.1 million, as noted by Variety. And then... So, as listed, here's from top to bottom of box office. The top 10 box office this week. Doctor Strange, Trolls, Arrival, Almost Christmas, Hacksaw Ridge, The Accountant with the great Ben Affleck, Shut In, Tyler Perry's Boo, A Medea Halloween, Jack Reacher, Never Go Back, and number 10, Inferno at $3.3 million.
I mean, all of them did well, but going in with Doctor Strange being a Marvel movie, you knew that it was going to end up doing great. Like, it's become to the point where, you know, people are going to go in there because it has Marvel. Mm-hmm. And I think, you know, I know a lot of us who are, you know, kind of have been following the Marvel movement. We knew that this was going to be a great movie. But I think with all the positive posts that it's getting and all the positive news that it's a great movie caused the just the average Joe to be like, I want to check it out. I want to see what it's about. It looks cool.
Yeah, and it looks Inception-esque. So, like, Inception was such a good movie. You know, I'm not saying that it is Inception, but I'm saying like all the like buildings and like all of that. So
we were told 3D is the best way to watch it, which is what I want to watch it in whenever I do see it. Which I'm hoping
this week or next. We got next week pretty much off. So
we do, but I also have after school tomorrow. I have off too, so I don't know.
It must be nice. I've got band.
I don't have band practice.
Next up.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter's David Yates is going to be directing all 5 Fantastic Beasts movies. I didn't know there were going to be 5 of these freaking things.
I didn't think I knew there would be more than 2.
I thought there would be 2, maybe 3, but 5. Jesus Christ, what is going on? This is not Harry Potter.
They're going to ride.
They're going to ride and milk this thing for everything it's got, like a cat.
You're going to milk it like a beast.
Yes.
Fantastic beast.
Yates told Hollywood Reporter that for now he has committed to the entire prequel series, and he doesn't see it as a daunting task at all. Yates directed the last 4 Harry Potter films along with the upcoming Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Him. He said, I love making films, and I've got a team of all whom are like family. I only look at it movie to movie. He also said the second film will feel so different from the first one and that it will be haunting and darker. Ooh. But it will still maintain the levity the Harry Potter franchise is known for. And Fantastic Beasts is coming out this week, November 18th. Where to find them?
I thought it was 16th.
No, that's next year's.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was looking at the wrong one.
So there you go. I mean, that's 2 years from now.
Yeah. I'm excited. I want to watch this one. I do like the actor in it. I can't think of his name, but he's been in a lot of movies that I've seen. Like, Les Mis, the head guy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to check it out when it comes out to theaters. It looks really cool.
It does.
And I loved Harry Potter because I remember, I think I've seen all but the first two in theaters. So, I mean, I'm going to be right there when this one comes out. Like, from all the trailers that I've seen, I'm okay with there being 5 as long as they're like the Harry Potter series.
As long as they're good.
Yeah.
I wonder if we get to see any Voldemort.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I'd totes be down for that.
It goes on a little bit. I just read this. The sequel is expected to hit theaters November 16th, and it will be set in Paris, or Paris, for you non-Paris people, and reportedly feature a young Albus Dumbledore and his rival, Gellert Grindelwald, played by Johnny Depp.